loud, and I'll be like, it's loud. And you'll be like, what's loud? And I'll be like, just a thing. I opened my phone. What's going on? How are you on this completely different day that we are doing this?
I'm all right. I'm hanging in there, doing my thing. Whoop, whoopity
Whoop
whoop,
whoop.
whoop whoop.
You love
How are
the.
you?
Oh, I'm great. I'm great, 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 great,
Yeah,
great,
are
great,
you
great,
truly
great, great,
great?
great, great.
You got this back and neck thing.
My
My
neck.
neck, my back.
Yep, you
We
can't
haven't heard
escape
much
it.
from her since then,
Yeah, it's too bad. I want to know about
right?
the rest of her body.
Yeah, do you think there's gonna be like a middle age update? Like it's just the same song?
Yeah, 100%. Yes. Should we clap it in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ah!
What's up, everybody? It's On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa. We are here tonight to talk about Friday the 13th, the series, Season 1, Episode 15. The episode is called Vanity's Mirror. And for the first time in a little while, it's a title that makes sense for the episode.
Thank
This
you.
will be your one and only warning. We are about to spoil it. So if you haven't seen it already and wish to, pause this, watch that, come back, you're back, welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. Let me tell you something, Josh.
Talk to me, Tressabot.
I've seen this episode more than any other episode of Friday the 13th, the series, because every time I had a glimmer that it would be on, I would immediately watch it. It was my favorite episode. I was obsessed with it.
Tell me more. You're saying like back in the day when it
Yeah,
originally
originally
aired?
aired. Yeah. See, I was probably sixth or seventh grade, I think, when
Mm-hmm.
this was on originally. And I was a young girl who was self conscious about how she looked because I was a young girl. And I wanted that mirror so fucking bad. I was like, yeah, I don't really want to kill people, but I don't think that you really needed to. I found no evidence in this episode that you needed to kill anybody.
This is okay. So, like we've discussed on previous episodes, my theory
Mm-hmm.
that the cursed objects, like they take over the user,
Uh huh.
and the user is a victim of it, not just like a perpetrator of evil doing. Like it's unclear to me exactly what the deal is with this mirror. People who have it use it to make other people think that they are beautiful. And then, very shortly thereafter, they kill the person who would do anything for them for the rest of their lives.
It's illogical, honestly. You could have like a whole freaking commune of people being your slave because they love you.
That's not clear. As far as we know, only one at a time. As
As
far
far
as
as
we
we
know.
know.
As
But
far
that
as we
was
know.
never explicitly said or
Nope, it's
played
not
out at
explicitly
all.
said. It could be that you could have hundreds, thousands of worshipers.
Old girl at the flower cart, she was getting dicked down on a daily basis, according to her landlady. Like, she
Yeah,
was taking full advantage.
the landlady was a real snoop.
Yeah. We didn't
All
get to
right,
see her, but come on.
so Sylvia, who we are introduced to at the very beginning of the episode, she is the second nocturnal florist we've seen in this series so far. That's
If
just
you
so
don't
far.
if you don't sell flowers at night, when are you going to sell them? That's like prime real estate for selling flowers.
Maybe. I don't know.
In this town, in Crazy Town,
It's
and
true.
London, I don't I don't remember if there's a flower person in London.
I I don't remember a flower person in London. That doesn't mean there weren't
I
flower people in London.
I could be confused.
Listen to what the flower people say. Ah, listen. It's growing closer every day. Name that band.
That would be Spinal Tap.
That was the Thamesmen.
Oh, fuck you. I was so proud of myself. Fuck you, Josh. I'm out of here.
uh, Maybe we'll hear that as an end credit song.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have any complaints about your neck and back, there might be a different end credit song.
That'll be the intro. All right, so Sylvia. You know what?
Right. So,
Sylvia was
okay,
confusing.
Sylvia's super confusing, but so is Helen.
Okay, but wait, first off, Sylvia is
Mm-hmm.
pining over this yuppie dude who buys a carnation every night for some reason.
Yeah. Why? Like, I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to like patronize the local
Yeah,
street florist.
he likes to be sharp
Every
every
neighborhood's
night.
got their own like
Night.
nocturnal street florist.
Uh-huh, yeah. Uh, but she's like really like got it hard for this guy. And
All of a sudden, out of nowhere,
right. Why? Why?
she's
Well,
seen this guy every single day. And
according
apparently, she's also had this compact for a long time.
yeah, according to her landlady, she gets fucked on the daily. Why is he taking so long to use it on Yuppie Guy? What?
Also, she doesn't like do anything with him other than like she mesmerizes him.
Mm-hmm.
She leads him down an alleyway and makes him stand under the ladder for the
Bro.
fire escape. And then she's like, stand right there. And then she just
Okay.
kills him with the ladder. And she runs off and immediately gets hit by a car and she
Laughing
dies
maniacally.
herself. Yeah, laughing maniacally.
To what end, Sylvia?
Well, it seems as though, and I would posit the theory that this is like, this is the cursed object at work. So you have, she's an ugly duckling, and then Helen, who will find the discarded trinket, is also an ugly duckling. Are you laughing at the word trinket?
No, I'm laughing at the photo in the newspaper.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's really good.
So each of these women are ugly ducklings who have been overlooked and or mocked for their appearance.
Right.
Maybe they took it in stride up until now.
Um,
Maybe they've been burning with desire to get vengeance all along, but like what do they actually want? Do they want these guys to be in love with them? It doesn't seem like they actually want that. What they want is for the guys to fall in love with them so they can be like, well, fuck you, I'm gonna murder you. And that's the real thing. So like the ultimate revenge is to have the person that treated you like shit
mm-hmm.
fall in love with you, and then you don't just diss them, you put them through a table saw or a trash compactor.
So good. I think that's the other
So,
reason why I love this episode so much. The table saw.
right? I mean, it's okay. So we don't get like gore porn, but
It's TV.
I mean, but it's great. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, for TV, like we got all the suggestive stuff that we need.
God.
Also, she has a great supportive sister
She's amazing.
who's nothing but her champion.
Mm-hmm.
As far as we know, I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like truly her sister loves her, is looking out for her, only wants good things for her. The
And she's
sister's
like,
got a boyfriend.
fuck you, supportive lady. I don't want that. I want to be angry and I want your boyfriend for some reason.
Yeah, I think the cursed objects are really to blame here. And I think that if we go back and look at all of the other people who have possessed cursed objects,
Mm-hmm.
these objects infected them. And what might have just been like a tiny malignant thing that they kept a secret, this fanned the flames. And like, it's like a demonic possession.
Yeah, I get that 100%. They were under the influence of something evil, yes. But
Mhm.
every other, as far as I can tell, every other object had a reason for why the victim needed to be murdered. This just appeared to be like, meh, I'm bored now.
Pretty much. I mean, I think it was a greatest hits of vengeance, and then it just like grows out of control to like not just getting vengeance on people that have treated you shittily, but just anyone that you feel overlooked by for any reason.
Yeah.
So the guy at the beginning who never said anything bad or treated the florist badly.
Until she was like, come on, get over here and fuck me. And he was like, whoa, what's going on? How dare you question her? That's Sylvia. You don't fuck with Sylvia. I mean, you
Yeah.
for other. Anyway.
And then, Helen, like her sister's boyfriend, who stuck up for her, whether he wanted to or not.
No, yeah, that seemed like he was just like, is I'm just trying to make my girlfriend happy. I don't give a shit.
Right. And like, there are like school bullies who are treating Helen like shit.
Who was the
And
redhead? I'm sorry, I
what?
keep interrupting you. Who was the redhead? He a children of a corn? Was he cuz he's redheaded, I guess. I don't know. But he
Uh,
seems like one of the he always plays a bully, but usually
shit.
younger.
Um, I
I don't even know
I don't think that he was Malachi. I, but you know what? If he was and I didn't recognize him, then that's on me. Because that kid was in everything back then.
what. Right. Do you
He
need a
wants you
redhead?
too, Malachi.
Bless. I'm not going to look it up. I'm not whatever. But
Right. The
let's
kid
say
the kid that played Malachi, he was in Can't Buy Me Love, which has a little bit of the same kind of themes going on as this episode, right?
yeah, the cursed lawnmower. Yeah.
Yeah. Patrick Dempsey, a real ugly duckling.
Yeah, for sure. Nerd.
Nerd alert.
He's got money that he's been saving. Gross.
Oh my God, he was going to get a telescope, but instead he spends it on a very
Suede
80s leather
outfit.
jacket. Was it suede? I bet
Yeah,
it
skirt
was.
and top. Thank you. I remember. It was white. Anyway,
So
let's just talk about that movie. It was her mom's
can't buy
outfit.
me love. Can't buy me love. Maybe that'll be the end credits.
I
We
appreciate how
have a
hard.
fantastic beginning and end credit music composed for us by the great Christopher Pravdika, famous for his work in Swans
Why
and
are you
many other
pushing
things.
so many other things so hard then, Josh?
Can't buy me love.
It's like you don't even care.
Buy you a diamond ring, my friend. Ba ba bum 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 bum.
So these bullies, they're real assholes, right?
Yeah, they fucking suck. And so they suck just across the board, right?
Mhm.
They are horrible to Helen.
Yes.
Helen's sister and the sister's boyfriend
Mhm.
seem to be part of the same crowd as the bullies.
Right.
And it's
Sister
like,
and boyfriend are very popular from what I can deduce.
mm-hmm,
And bullies and popular people always go hand in hand. I'm
that's my
assuming
understanding.
the bullies are probably jocks as well, or at least a couple of them, aside from Vest Guy. So that, yeah, it'll make sense.
I mean, maybe they're just incels who are like, oh, look, there's someone else I can pick on. And so I'm not the lowest person on the totem pole.
Yeah, that's probably part of it.
Maybe.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
you know, they're all virgins. Gross.
Your hatred of virgins is well known.
That's right.
You were like, that bitch Mary, she's the first one on my list.
Can you fucking imagine? Ugh.
I don't know whether or not Madonna is a virgin, but she's like a virgin, and I hate virgins.
Same thing.
Right. Maybe
Too
that'll be our end
similar.
credit music. Like a virgin.
Hey.
Or maybe it'll be the Weird Al, like a surgeon. Hey.
Nope. It doesn't work here. Josh, you can't just shoehorn Weird Al wherever you want him.
I do want him
I
everywhere.
know, me too.
I have seen Weird Al in concert more than many other acts that I am a huge fan of. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's great. Bless. God,
Bless,
sorry.
bless, bless.
Mm.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yep. Church air horn.
So we were talking about the show, right?
Right. So Helen is in the quad of the most gigantic high school that has ever existed. And she's sitting on the lawn. I said Helen, right? And
Yep.
she's looking through her book bag, and the bullies are right behind her, like, hey, you're dumb and ugly. She's like, shut up, you guys. And she pulls out her mirror the same time. She's like, shut up. And abracadabra, he is obsessed with her because the light was shining perfectly in that instance.
Right. And now she knows exactly how it works.
Yep. What needs to be done. Hmm.
So wait, let's just get back to what you mentioned earlier,
Oh,
which is the
no.
newspaper photo. So
Hilarious.
back at Curious Goods, Jack, Ryan, and Mickey are like, well, let's just pick another cursed object to find. How about
Randomly.
this one right here?
Cool, let's do that one.
I don't know why they were sending out mailers if they could have just easily done that.
Eh.
Anyway, they find out that Sylvia, she died recently. It was in the newspaper. There's a photo of the crime scene.
A photo of of a woman that was hit by a car in the newspaper. Gruesome.
I guess they have some real tabloid papers in that town.
But in the background of that photo,
Thank goodness. The photographer was like Ouija. You know, the guy who's like a crime scene photographer that would get there like before the police.
yeah, yeah.
So this guy, this particular crime scene photographer, captures the moment when Helen finds the compact in the street.
She's literally reaching for it in that photo with enough of her face exposed where the gang can figure out who the fuck she is out of yearbook photos.
Yeah, the Scooby Gang are like, hey, what's going on back there? It looks like she's got a high school jacket on.
I love it so much.
Also, they call her ugly too. They're
right?
like, when they see her yearbook photo, they're like, blech.
Yeah, Ryan makes some fucking dumbass joke, and Jack's like, well, she doesn't have to be pretty or whatever. Like, you guys settle down. She's like, what, 15? Settle the fuck down.
Why? There's no need for that.
No. Okay. Let's say you and I are crack detectives, and we find a picture
or detectives on crack.
Well, that was implied. And we find a photo.
I solved the case of the smoking cocaine rocks.
It was me. We find this photo of a young teenage girl who has found something that we need. And the first thing we say, check out this ugly, stupid little girl. Like, what are you guys talking about?
What the fuck?
She is underage. Give her some respect.
At any age.
I know, but it's especially weird. It's especially weird that they're doing that to a child, though.
Right? It sucks.
Jack, you know better.
Are you guys supposed to be our heroes?
Because right now I'm disappointed. Also, where are their parents? Where the fuck are their parents?
Absent. Absolutely absent.
They're like in the Bahamas or something during prom. And now she has no sister. How are they going to know this? They're on a cruise.
You know, they'll get back and they'll be like, where's the ugly one?
Yeah.
I forget her name, but she was not easy to look at.
Yeah, it was like going to hell and back.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's why we named her that.
So, yeah, Mickey tracks her down, goes to see her in person, and is like, "Hey, I work for an antique store." And Helen's like, "I don't care." And she's like, "We're trying to track down a compact that we want to buy." She's like, "I wouldn't know anything about that." And Mickey's like, "We'd pay big money." And Helen's like, "How many different ways can I tell you to
To
go fuck
fuck
yourself?"
off. I mean, if she had any sense, Mickey would have brought that very specific newspaper photo and been like, hey, I noticed this. I'm not crazy. I'm just an antique dealer. And I was a good friend of Sylvia's and I've been trying to buy that mirror forever. How about not just show up and be like, hey, can I have that thing that I know that you have? That's creepy and weird and scary.
So Mickey strikes out, meaning that the
She
only
didn't get
chance
laid.
they have left.
Uh huh.
What's that?
Meaning she didn't get laid by that lady with the mirror. She didn't get anyway. Yeah.
Yeah,
Guess
yeah,
what?
Mickey struck out. She didn't have sex with the teenager with the compact.
Which was the goal.
Yeah, Mickey was trying to seduce. Why don't any of our characters ever try to be seducers?
That is a great question. I feel like that could have been played many, many times.
Honestly, like our Scooby gang, they're all like any one of them could be seducers.
Absolutely. Especially Jack. Jack, he's so smart. So, you know what the plan is now? Ryan's got to pull a John Cryer and go back to school.
You mean a 21 Jump Street?
I guess. I prefer John Cryer movies.
So wait, what's the John Cryer one?
Hold on, let me check IMDb. I forget the name of it. It was like way past him being high school age. John Cryer. He had like a fake bleached mohawk that was just hair that was bleached on the sides but not any shorter.
I'm sure I saw it.
I'm sure you did.
I'm sure I did, but what the fuck movie was it?
Let's see. Why is that new? It was. No, that's not it. No. Pretty. No, I'm just kidding. Not Hiding Out. That's what it was.
Hiding Out.
I think he was. What's that thing where the government hides your identity and puts you somewhere else? That thing.
Witness
Yep.
relocation.
Yep. Yep. And they're like,
And
oh,
they
so now
made
you're
him
a
be a
teenager.
high school student.
Yes. And he was not.
Wouldn't that be crazy if they were just like, look, we're not good at this. You have to pretend to be a little old lady, and you have to pretend to be in elementary school.
Wait, both at the same time?
No, it's like it's just arbitrary.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
So
Imagine
this is
them
more to
sending
me.
you.
This is more of a 21 Jump Street.
I mean, that is more accurate. I just wanted to bring up that John Cryer movie.
We never thought about the place where we belong.
Is that the 21 Jump Street theme song?
Yes.
I can't hear it unless she's singing it. I'm
I know,
sorry.
she's so good.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name?
I
She
don't
was on the
remember.
show.
She was.
Holly Robinson. It's
That's
Holly
it.
Robinson.
Yep.
She's also in Howard the Duck. And she
Is she
also
really?
sang that theme song.
So she's got a thing she does. Did she
Yeah.
did she sing the theme song to Hanging with Mr. Cooper?
I don't know. I never watched that show.
That's not
How
what
does
I
it go?
asked.
Does it go,
I'm
we
hanging with
never
Mr.
thought
Cooper.
about the place?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And then
great.
it goes Howard the Duck.
Hey, guys, go on over to onfiredtonight.com and check out our merch page. We've got some sweet designs we'd love to sell you.
Yep.
Are
The
you looking
end.
for the perfect gift for your friends and loved ones?
Mm-hmm.
Onfiretonight.com has got the goods for you.
I hear
Maybe you
they've got.
want a sweet ass logo t-shirt.
Oh
Maybe you want an adorable stuffed animal. Maybe you
no.
want some very custom low top sneakers.
Hey, I wish that I had a bag to carry all these things in my arms.
Oh, a tote bag, you mean?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we got that, baby.
Oh shit! But now I have all this coffee and nowhere to put it.
Onfiretonight.com. 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 So anyway, back to the show.
I forgot where we left off.
Oh, we were talking about
Oh
how
yeah.
Ryan had to go 21 Jump Street.
Yep.
He goes full, like, he just goes to a high school.
He goes full Peter. How did I? No.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Peter DeLuise, and he's like, "Hello, fellow teenagers."
Peter DeLuise was great. What happened to that
I
guy?
don't
Is he still
know.
working?
I have no idea.
I thought he was great on that show.
He was. He was really good.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I thought at the time, I thought the whole cast was good.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved that show. What about? Is it Booker? Is it Booker? The spinoff with what's his name?
Yes. His name is, I know it.
He was in a movie I watched recently that was made recently.
Was it a softcore?
I mean, yes, because it was an asylum movie, but no. Richard Grieco.
We did it at the same time. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Damn it.
This episode sponsored by Jinx.
Yeah. So he's like, he's there for like
Richard
half a
Grieco,
day.
a late addition, and he gets his own spinoff.
Yeah, it wasn't like Johnny Depp. Like he was like, I got to go do a movie or something, and they're like, we need another handsome guy. We can't
Pretty
just
much,
have,
they're like, we need a guy with the same hair,
yeah.
right?
100%.
Because Johnny Depp had like perfect hair.
Mm-hmm.
He's not just gorgeous, but he has perfect hair, and they're like, we need a gorgeous guy with perfect hair.
It needs to be greasy, but not too greasy. It
Right,
needs to
greasy
have enough lift. Yes.
It's got to have rise, but also be greasy.
And also floppy, but not in a gross way.
Right. Oh, and this guy's already got a couple of earrings.
Oh my God. Take that out of the budget. Our earring budget.
Yeah, no, we do not even have to stop at Claire's Accessories.
For once, Jesus Christ. So anyway, Ryan, he's there for like half a day, if that, an hour before.
He basically walks in. He hears screaming from like the shop class.
No, he sees her dragging him down the hall, some dude down the hall, and he's like, he looks at a picture and he looks at her and he's like, yeah. Chases after him, but it's too late. And then he falls and breaks his spine in multiple places.
Right. So Helen, she disposed of her first suitor in a trash compactor. Just, bye-bye, dude. You're gone now.
Where else is she going to do it?
Right. So now the next guy who's in love with her, she's like, let's just put you on a table saw. And and split your head wide open.
He seemed a bit reluctant, which.
Ryan breaks in on her moments too late. Uh, as often happens in this show, falls off a balcony.
Uh-huh. It's their favorite because
And
he's dodging the light of the mirror. Which, where's that light coming from? But who cares?
right, right, that's a good question. Like, do you need to have like a really strong source for the light?
I think any source would be helpful, but they are in a dark boiler room.
But it's not just the reflection. You can't just say like, I'm going to turn this at you, you're going to see it, or it's going to see
Right.
you.
It has to be like light bouncing off of it onto you, as far as we know.
So she leaves him for dead. Not not a great move. She should have chopped him up too.
I mean, when she left the first dude in the trash compactor, he handed her the handkerchief she threw in there, and I was like, oh, that's good. She's taken her evidence with her. But then she just throws it on the ground. She
Yeah,
doesn't give a fuck.
she does not give a fuck.
She's like, body, evidence, evidence. I don't give a shit.
So then Ryan is unconscious and broken into many pieces. Mickey and Jack are like, I wonder where Ryan is.
That's weird. I'm sure he's fine.
Helen, back at the house, her sister is like, oh, I'm getting ready for the prom. And Helen is like, me too. I've got a date. You're going to be surprised.
Oh, Helen, that's great. I'm so happy for you.
It's
Great
so
sister.
wonderful.
Great.
Right.
You know
Right.
what? She's trying to help you, Helen, and you're just like being a dick.
She notices the compact, picks it up, almost walks off with it. Helen is like bugging out of her skin, but then the sister just hands it back to her. She's too good to be corrupted by the compact itself. I think you have to be a little bit evil for a cursed object to get its hooks in you.
I think you're right.
And we all know that ugly people are evil.
Oh, yeah. And there was a scene earlier where they're like, oh, I can't believe our friend died. Aren't you upset, Helen? He was your boyfriend for like a day. And Helen's eating this giant Dagwood sandwich. And like,
The best way to show that you do not give a fuck is not just to say, I don't give a fuck, but to be stuffing your face and saying, I don't give a fuck through the food. I don't give a fuck. That's how she said
it. Yep. Because people that do not give a fuck and ugly girls are the only people that ever eat, ever. Science
also coroners.
Yes. Yep. And it has to be messy because they got to pick it up off a corpse and eat it. So anyway, back to, it's prom time. And she's getting ready and she's going to look super cool and fantastic. And her sister's like, maybe I could maybe fix your makeup a little bit. It's a little bit crazy. And
yeah, she's like full 80s. She's like got a very 80s look, but it's also like she's never put on makeup before or seen other people with makeup on, apparently.
Uh-huh. Her cheeks are bright red. Oh, love the whole look. I remember it so vividly. Love it.
So the sister's like, let me help you. Let me spruce you up. And she's like, maybe we should wait until my date weighs in. He might like it. And then she turns to the sister's boyfriend. What do you think, Scott? Do you think I'm more beautiful than what's her face? Yeah. And he's like, I mean, you have stiff competition. He's totally diplomatic.
Uh-huh.
And
lovely.
Then she's like, mirror.
But before mirror, they waited a really long time. Like, why are you making them wait before they leave?
Right. Just spin your wheels. We've got to fill up 44 minutes of airtime. between the commercials. So just make sure stretch it, stretch it.
Don't you want to go to the prom with Scott? Just do it. Pull the trigger, Helen. So anyway, he falls in love with her, and they tie up the sister in the bedroom, do some shibari, and get her neck up
Holy
to.
shit, you're right. This is like a second.
Yes.
This is at least the second instance of
Mhm.
like dramatic rope tricks.
Yeah.
What the
Three, if
fuck
we.
is going on in this show?
Right? Someone is
What
a
were they
fan.
telling our preteen minds?
So now you see why I'm obsessed. So
I must be tied up or tie someone else up. I have to do it.
I need those knots. They got the sister
knots, 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 knots.
tied up by the neck.
You guys want garlic knots?
Oh, fuck! They've taken off her shoes so she can't really reach the stool that she's standing on. If she lets go or kicks the stool, she's dead. Damn, you couldn't just tie her up Shibari style on the bed? Why'd you have to, like, strangle her to do so?
Right. So she's tiptoe with a noose around her neck on a stool in her stocking feet. I think maybe the stocking feet are also a thing.
What kind of thing?
Like a kink thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%. Yeah. I didn't know if you meant, like, something else. Anyway, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What? Like I have been tuned out, but like
What's going on in the kink world?
yeah, like for real,
Kink,
like this show.
literally. Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck?
There were.
WTF? Somebody decode this stuff for me because apparently I'm a little slow on the uptake.
I mean, it was the 80s, dude.
I mean, is that was that what was intended with those things, or is that just like how we now see those things through modern eyes?
Why not both?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so the sister's tied up, she's bound, she's gagged, and she might die if she doesn't do her tippy toe dance very carefully.
And honestly, she should have died. Like, I don't know how. I mean, I don't know. That's got to be a hard dance to do. Anyway.
Well, Helen takes the boyfriend to the prom, and all eyes are on them. Like, what the fuck? Why the fuck is Ugly over here, who looks like shit, by the way, with the most big man on campus, who's also her sister's boyfriend?
Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
While that's happening, Jack goes to the house where the sister is tied up. He also really takes his time looking around. Like, I have previously made fun of Roby for like some weird physical acting.
Mm-hmm.
In this one,
Mm-hmm.
Jack all over the place. He is slowly walking up a staircase, looking around like, oh, this is a staircase. I've never seen a staircase before.
Okay, I
I
thought
wonder
that was
what's
weird.
straight up above me. I guess it's a ceiling.
I didn't know if I was just like putting that if I was projecting something, because he also said something as he's going up the stairs like, oh, what's that? That's weird. But there was
I
nothing
guess he
weird
heard
there.
like muffled cries, maybe?
Maybe.
But why is he taking his time?
Yeah, his damn sweet ass time. Jack, he knew what he was hearing. He's like, all right, we got some shibari upstairs. Let's do this. So he goes upstairs and rescues his sister.
Back at the high school, at the prom, smoke machines, neon, a live band. It's a real fucking scene.
Yeah, it is. It's the prom, bitch.
Yeah. This is your one chance, high schoolers.
After this, it is over.
Yeah, do it tonight or never.
Yep. If you don't get laid, you're going to be a virgin forever.
So Helen brings Scott up to the roof. They slow dance, and then she makes them both swan dive.
yeah, right before that, Mickey goes and finds, like, they try and find Ryan, and Mickey eventually does. And boy, oh boy, is she moving his spine around a lot after he'd fallen like 3 stories to a cement ground. And she's like, come on, let's go. What are you doing, you dumbass?
She might
Mickey.
be a secret physical therapist. She might have just like, she might have an orthopedist degree.
She did take a couple of art classes.
Ryan was like, my neck, my back.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then Mickey was like, I know what to do.
Move, move, move. Okay, so going back then, or forward rather, yeah, those guys jump off. Everyone's like, holy shit, we just saw 2 people kill themselves. And they're all, wow, what a crazy adventure.
Right.
Hey, hey.
Jack is on the scene. We see him immediately going through Helen's purse.
Yeah,
Like nobody notices that or stops him or anything.
it's great. And, it's dawn because it's been hours since it happened and everyone's still milling around and there's ambulance. And they're like, oh, yeah, Ryan, you should get checked out by that ambulance. You had quite a tumble. Epilogue. Why is it so hard for this one? This one was so hard, Jack. We couldn't even find the mirror after everything had happened? Why was this case so hard? First off, it was not even close to their hardest case.
Well, do you think
Second,
do you think that was meant to be phrasing?
yes. Uh, last
Yep.
shot.
Yeah, so they were never able to recover the cursed object in this one. They never found it. It went missing. Final shot, we see some high-heeled shoes walking across the quad. There's an object on the ground. Bends down, picks it up.
And that object is Josh. Oh God.
It's the Golden Compact, which we never mentioned has a snake on the outside.
Yeah. That means it's evil.
Right, because of the Garden of Eden.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think.
So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so a lot of people died.
Oh, yeah, they
The
did.
Scooby Gang did not get the job done.
Nope.
Ryan is in pieces.
Yep. He's just gonna get a little bit of rest. He'll be fine.
Helen's sister, who has no parents, also has no boyfriend and no sister.
She is a husk of a person now.
She must be. Although she was just glowing with positivity. So I really hope she makes it through this all right.
She's not.
She should have her own spin-off.
You don't even know her name.
No, I don't need to. I just want to see her college years. She goes off to college and it's exactly like a different world.
Yeah, and most of it's spent in therapy because she has no family and she watched her sister and boyfriend die.
I hope that it's spent in therapy. It would be really bad if she doesn't get to talk about that stuff.
Yeah, I just don't want to watch it.
You don't want to watch that?
A therapy session for 5 seasons? No.
I love that you just gave this show 5 seasons.
I just assumed.
This is back when a season was 26 episodes. So we're talking a cool 100 plus. This is definitely going to go. If it didn't start in syndication, it's making it to syndication.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Those syndication checks coming in every week still.
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Mm.
Guys, that is all the time we have for this episode. Thanks so much for joining us. Check out our merch page on onfiretonight.com. We'll be back with more on the next On Fire.